Welcome back to Living East Tennessee, and hope you're ready for some rock and roll. Mass Driver has been blasting their brand of rowdy rock and roll since the summer of 2013.
Now, each of the members of the group comes from different areas, but they all came together to form the band right here in East Tennessee. And the funny thing is, I love the way they describe themselves. They've made the loudest, most devastatingly entertaining band that the region has ever seen and definitely heard. Please join contributor Tom McCoy with this week's Music Makers.
Now is Mass Driver. Guys, thank you so much for taking some time out and joining us here on Living East Tennessee.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Thanks,
we appreciate it.
So we've got Rodney, Austin, and Sean.
That's right.
That's right.
Right. So kind of tell me, how'd you guys get together as a band and start Mass Driver?
We started about close to 8 years ago. We had a totally different lineup then. It just, like any sort of relationship, there are peaks and valleys. So we kind of parted ways with different members, and like the robots of Voltron, the three of us came together and formed a super rock and roll group. That's it.
Well, definitely say you guys are very tight with some of the newest stuff that you've got out now. It's a great sound, a great rock and roll sound. Can you talk a little bit about like how you guys write your original songs?
Sean?
Yeah, sure. So I think it's just one person will come up with a riff and bring it to practice. And I think I usually have like one part of the song, and I'm a terrible songwriter, I have to admit. I'll come up with just one riff, and then I'll bring it, and Rodney and Austin will help me piece it together with some other stuff that we've worked on in the past, or just create it there on the fly.
I think that's a big difference that you find in rock and roll writing compared like to country music and some other types, is a lot of times the song starts with the music and then the words kind of come later. You guys find that to be true with a lot of how your stuff comes together?
Yeah, with us, the vocals are probably the very last thing that we focus on.
Yeah.
We focus mainly just on riffs, mashing them together, getting everything to sound great, and then just coming up with melodies and stuff like that. Because the lyrics really don't mean anything.
Right. There's no deep meaning going on. There's no messaging or signals. It's just, robots, rock, having a good time.
Yeah.
So I guess when you're working through that process, when do you guys decide that a song is done? When's it finished? When's it ready to record? And even after that recording process, is the song done, or does it still kind of evolve?
I think, depending on how much we play it live, it always changes. Like I said, we've been together about 7 or 8 years, and we still play some things that we wrote, when we first got together, and it's very different now. So it's just, it's a process. It's a continual process. But
great. Can you tell us a little bit about it? Because you said like sometimes the lyrics kind of come last. Like the song you guys are going to be performing later for the show is Power Claw. What kind of sparked all that, got that in motion, and kind of what's that song about?
We play with we play with a guy. His name's John Hurst. Goes by Doc Isaac. He does
Nintendo chiptune rap.
Yeah,
hip-hop.
He raps over Nintendo beats. And he was in a metal band at one time called Power Claw. And I said, wow, that's a really awesome name, and it's got a K in it. So, yeah.
Reason enough.
Yeah. We just have to mash that in there somehow. I told him we were going to rip him off, so.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate your time, and we'll have you on later on here in the show performing Power Claw for us.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Great. Thanks a lot for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
They seem like a fun band.
They do, and I so enjoy these Music Maker segments because you get to see the little behind-the-scenes stuff, kind of move the curtain a little bit,
exactly.
And they look like a lot of fun. We may have to look them up for their devastatingly loud performance.
Absolutely. We're actually about to get a taste of it. We'll be right back here on Living East Tennessee, but here's Power Claw.